excuse me, I'm getting some of this here, and married Tamar. Okay, so Onan, he would have relations with Tamar, but he would let the semen go on the ground, and he did that to keep her from bearing children. You know, and that was an abomination back then, because it was very, very important to carry on the family name. Yes, that meant a lot in those days. And guess what happened to him? God killed him also. So, like I said, and like the scripture says, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living God. Okay. So then, Judah recommended that Tamar wait for his youngest son to grow up. So Tamar, she waited and she waited and she waited. Shelah did eventually grow up, but Judah did not give him in marriage to Tamar. And somewhere during that time period, Judah became a widower himself. So Tamar, learning that he was on his way to Timon, she disguised herself as a prostitute. And Judah didn't recognize her. So therefore, he had relations with her. He had relations with her. She got pregnant. Okay? Then when everybody found out she was pregnant, guess what? They wanted to burn her as a harlot. Wow. I mean, burn her. And Judah kind of took the lead in that, and he agreed with it, you know? And he was just guilty as all get out, okay? But he didn't realize how guilty he was. So what happened was, when he had relations with Tamar, she wanted some surety from him. So he gave her his signet ring, his cord, and his staff. Okay? So when they got ready to, I guess when the trial took place, you know, Tamar said, well, you know, the man that I had relations with, this is his signet ring, his cord, and his staff. So I'm sure Judah was devastated at that point and very guilty, and he made the statement. He said, well, she is more righteous than I am. So, as a result, Tamar gave birth to twins, Perez and Zerah. And he no longer had relations with her anymore after that. Okay, now, getting back to Joseph. Okay, Jacob had taken all his household to the land of Canaan. But as you know, a famine broke out. And they had to go to Egypt for food. So Joseph sent all his 10 sons, including Judah, to Egypt for some food. And they didn't know that Joseph was serving as a food administrator. And they did not recognize Joseph, but he recognized them. Right. Okay? So to add a little drama to the picture, Joseph accused them of being spies, and he warned them not to return without Benjamin. And you know, that was a tough thing, because Benjamin was Jacob's son in his old age. Okay? He loved Benjamin more than all of his sons. Now, and he was reasoning in his heart, now I done already lost Jacob to wild beasts. And now you asking me, Joseph, thank you, to wild beasts. And now you're asking me to give up Benjamin. You know, it's possible that he might die also. So finally, he gave in. He gave his consent. And we want to backtrack just a little bit. Let's go to Genesis, the 42nd chapter, verses 21 through 24. And I would like for someone to read that, please. 42, 21 through 24.
They said to one another, surely we are being punished because of our brother. We saw how distressed he was and he pleaded with us for his life. But we would not listen. That's why this distress has come on us. Reuben replied, didn't I tell you not to sin against the boy? But you wouldn't listen. Now we must give an accounting for his brother.